Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So hopefully you guys had a great day. I spent 99% of my day out into the craft room, and I got so much accomplished. It's all nice and tidied and cleaned and ready for card class on Saturday. So I'm super excited for that. I still have a couple spots open. So if you haven't RSVP'd and you would like to come, definitely send me a message and I will get you on the list. So hopefully your guys' day is as good as mine. I didn't go anywhere all day today and it was amazing. I did change out of my nighttime pajamas into my daytime pajamas. So any day that you can stay in your pajamas all day long is outstanding. It's amazing. That's what I strive to do in life, is just stay in my pajamas all day. Hopefully you guys are the same way. It has been a little bit chilly. It rained pretty much 99% of the day yesterday, which was amazing. But when I took the puppies for a walk this morning, it was pretty muddy. Yeah, I pretty much was sliding around everywhere, but we made it back safe and sound. Good evening, Anna. Good evening, Valerie. If you're just logging on, say hi so I know you're here. So celebration ended yesterday or the day before. I don't even know what the date is. Today's the 2nd. So it ended a couple days ago. So we can't do any more celebration paper or stamp sets, but it was sure fun while it lasted. So I decided to do the two-tone Flora stamp set. I haven't created this card in a while, and when I saw a similar picture of it on Facebook or somewhere I was like, ooh, I should probably do that again. I haven't done it in quite some time. So I did put the dimensions before I went live, so you don't have to stress about writing them down. There is a few extra steps into this card. There's lots of cutting. I've already pre-cut everything for you, but if you're going to plan to do this card, definitely just have a cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself while you do it. Once you do it once or twice, you'll kind of get the hang of it. So it's super easy and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm super excited to show you. Good evening, Jill. Welcome. Okay, let's point you over. Excuse me. This is the stamp set I'm going to be using. Hold on, there we are. We're live on Facebook. I just wanted to triple check. So this is the set we're going to be using. It's on page 14 and 15 of your mini catalog. It does come as a suite. So if you wanted to get everything that is on this page, you can get it in one item code that's on page 14. But I am focusing on the two-tone Flora set. It doesn't have any sentiments with just this set alone. But if you get the whole suite, it does come with this something fancy set that I've used quite a bit as well. This glimmer paper, I should have brought it over, is absolutely phenomenal. This is one of the classes I did as a to-go class, and they got the full pack of paper, the ribbon, and the gems, and the ribbon. Whew, my brain's working faster than my mouth. So this is a super fun set, and I haven't done a live on it, so I'm kind of excited to show you guys what I have in store for you. So let me bring in the stamp set. Here it is. So everything is two-tone. So you're going to stamp the darker, the solid image in a lighter color, and then you're going to go on top with the darker color. So you have 4 different flowers, 5 different flowers that you can pick from. It does have the matching dies, so all of your flowers will cut out, all of the dies will cut out the flowers and the leaves. And it has this gorgeous die, and we're not using this, but I wanted to pull it out to show you what it looks like. Let me just grab a piece of cardstock so I can show you. So this is the gorgeous die that's underneath. There are a few tips and tricks to get this to cut out perfectly. And if you do have this set and you can't quite get it right, let me know and I can do a video to show you guys how to get this out perfectly. But it is absolutely gorgeous and it's a nice, big, fun die. So that does come in this set as well. We're not using it today, but I did want to show you guys. Good evening, Heather. Good evening, Lisa. Okay, so this was my first card that I came out with. And then I got a little kind of crazy and thought, what if I use some what is that color? Granny Apple Green cardstock instead of the Melon Mambo cardstock. So I did one in 2 different colors, and hopefully we have enough time to do both of them. So this one is the Gorgeous Grape and the Highlands Heather, and I used the Granny Apple Green as the accent colors. And this one is Flirty Flamingo and Melon Mambo, where I used the Melon Mambo to accent. So this is what I'm going to show you guys how to make today. I know you probably are all sitting in your seat like, oh, there is no way I can do this. Trust me, there is. It is totally doable. And because we are not using the stamp set that coordinates with it, I just wanted a nice, simple, pretty thanks. So I pulled in the hand pen petals and I pulled out that thanks for it. Yes, it is gorgeous, Valerie. Okay, so let's start with, we're going to do the Melon Mambo. You know how I showed you this one is the Melon Mambo designer series paper. We're going to do the same color flowers, but we're going to offset it in the Granny Apple Green. So you will need some basic white and cardstock. So you're going to need 1 piece of basic white. It is 2 inches by 3 1/4. Set that to the side. You're going to need 1 piece that is 4 1/4 by 3. And you're going to need 2 pieces. You're going to need 2 pieces that are 4 by 5 1/4. 1 piece is going to go on the inside, so I'm just going to tuck that to the side for now. So these are the 3 pieces that we're going to be doing some stamping. And then our layering pieces is 2 1/4 by 3 1/2, and this is whatever color cardstock you want to use, this is what you want to use, or this is what you want to have. 2 1/4 by 3 1/2, and this one is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. So these guys we're just going to set aside, and we're going to concentrate on these 3 pieces right here. I am going to bring in a piece of scratch paper just so I don't mess up my backgrounds. So I'm going to grab, I was going to grab some mini glue dots, but I think our seal will work as well. You don't want a very heavy duty adhesive to do this part anyways. So I just put a smidgen of our adhesive on, and I'm going to glue this down to the center. I'm just going to eyeball it and make sure that it looks even on all 4 sides, and I'm just going to press it down in the center. And now I'm going to flip this over. I don't know why I always flip it over. It's the same color on both sides, but I'm pretty sure all of us do that. And I'm going to put this right in the center. So I have all 3 pieces of my basic white glued together. So if you lift it up, it won't come off. But we don't want to permanently glue it. So we're just tacking it down, I should say. So I'm going to start with my largest flower, and I'm going to bring in my Flirty Flamingo. So I'm going to ink up my Flirty Flamingo, and I know I want one of these right dead in the center. You can do it straight on, you can kind of do it a little off-centered a little bit, but I definitely want one right in the center. So there's that. So we're going to ink it up every single time. So now I'm going to, after I ink this up, I'm going to come and I want to put a larger flower on these 3 pieces. So I'm just going to come in and press that down. And you do probably want to press a little bit harder than you usually would when you're stamping. And you can see that this piece didn't get stamped. It's okay. You're not going to see it once this is all put together. So I'm going to re-ink this, and I'm going to come over here, and I want to put a larger flower right there. So that's probably good for my larger flowers. So now I'm going to bring in the smaller rose, and I'm just going to start filling in my spots. So you definitely want to re-ink this every single time. And remember, if it's not perfect, you're not going to see it because we're going to layer these on top of some cardstock. So it's not going to be noticeable. And so I'm just kind of filling in spots. There we go. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to close this up so I don't accidentally put my color in the wrong ink. I'm going to pull out the Melon Mambo, and I'm going to grab my larger flower, but this is the one that has all of the little tiny pieces in it. So this one I'm going to have to stand on my tiptoes because I've got my camera right in front of me. So I'm going to hover this over, and it's not going to line up perfect, which is totally fine. And I'm just going to do this on all of my larger flowers. There we go. Let's do this one right there. Now let's bring in the smaller flower. There's that one. There. And you can do these in all different colors. So this one is Melon Mambo and Flirty Flamingo. And hopefully we have enough time to do the other Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather one. And I just offset the colors of cardstock that I used. Isn't this looking gorgeous already? Okay, so there's that. So let me pull this up just so you guys can kind of see. So had we not glued these three pieces together, all of these papers would have been wonky and not even. So that's why you definitely want to glue them together. Just a smidgen. You don't want to do too much glue. So now I'm going to bring in Granny Apple Green. I know, Jill, isn't it? I wish I could take the credit for this stamp set, but I cannot. So I'm going to take the Granny Apple Green and just come in and fill in some of the empty spots with some leaves. I know the flowers really do not look like they're going to turn out as gorgeous as they do until you do all the two-step stamping. It is definitely a fun, gorgeous set. Let's come in and do some. And you can definitely move this around so you kind of get an idea of where you want to put your leaves. So move your stamps around, move your paper. Just have fun with it. There's no right or wrong way to do this. And if the flowers aren't quite at the bottom, it's your card. Let's do one more right here. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to leave it alone before I accidentally drop my stamp on there. Okay, so let me get this out of the way so we can kind of just see this. So here's the trick. We're going to take these two pieces off, but if we just lift it off, you could risk tearing the underneath piece. So what I like to do is to hold it and twist it. So when you twist it, it kind of just comes off super duper gently and easy. So that is kind of the trick on getting this off. So now you're left with these three amazing pieces. Now you could really just use this as your card and put a beautiful big thank you or happy birthday or something in the middle of these, which would be absolutely gorgeous. But we are going to layer them onto these two pieces. So I am going to grab some of the liquid glue. I'm a liquid glue kind of girl. You either love it or hate it, and I love it 99.9% of the time. There is a rare occasion that I hate it. So I'm going to layer that piece. I'm going to come in with this, and I'm going to layer this piece. And while these two pieces are drying, it doesn't take super long to dry. I'm going to bring in my card base, give this a good crease. We're going to add our white piece to the inside because I always forget that. See, Stephanie, right? You don't realize you need it until you see something absolutely gorgeous with it. And then you're like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, that's exactly what I did. So now I'm going to take this piece that doesn't have a backing because it's going to go right on top of our cardstock. So that is going to be our backing. So we're going to layer that and then watch the magic. Oh, this is like the most magical part. So we're going to start with this piece. We're going to go ahead and put this right in the center. And you remember how I said that it doesn't really matter? Remember that little piece right here on the corner that I didn't quite stamp right? I said it's not going to matter because it doesn't. You literally do not even see it. So don't think you have to throw the piece away and start all over again because it didn't stamp right. And then we're going to put this right in the center. Look how amazing that is. Literally, I wish I could take the credit for this, but I can't. Okay, so I just wanted something super duper simple for my sentiments. I wanted the paper and the colors and everything to kind of be the wow of the card. So I brought in the double oval punch, and I'm just going to punch out the oval. And then I'm going to bring in a piece of the Granny Apple Green, if I can pick it up, and I'm going to stamp the scallops. Thank you, Anna. So I want to bring in the Melon Mambo one more time because I'm going to stamp my thanks. And it literally just barely fits. But it fits. That's all that matters. I probably should have been cleaning these as I went because we're going to be using all of these again. So I'm going to pick this up, put some adhesive on the back, and set this right in the center. Flip this guy over, or girl, whatever it is. I would usually just grab some large dimensionals, but they're not on my table right now. So the minis are going to have to work. Peel that off. And now I don't know where to put this because I don't want to cover up all of the absolutely gorgeousness, but I think I'm just going to put it right in the center. There you go. See how easy this was? I know all of you guys were thinking there is no way that we can do this, but there is. Literally, it was not super difficult at all. Maybe cutting the cardstock is going to be the most difficult thing, is just to make sure you're getting the right dimensions. So there's that one. So let's do the gorgeous grape. And I won't go over all of the measurements again. If you need them, you can definitely go into rewatch the Facebook Live, or it is in the descriptions before we go live. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on here. Yeah, that was super duper tiny. I'm going to put this right in the center. Mini glue dots do work as well. But just remember with the mini glue dots, you definitely want to twist to get that off. Well, that didn't look like it got very much, but it should work. And then I'm just going to layer this in the middle. Perfect. And let's flip this over so there's not so much distraction. So let's bring in the Highland Heather. Just remember that you want, it's 2 tones. So you can stamp off if you want to use all Gorgeous Grape, or just grab 2 different similar colors, one lighter, one darker. So I'm starting with the lightest, and I want one right in the center. I want that to be my focal points. And you can randomly stamp these any way you want. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Let's do one more. The first one, I think I just did 3, but you see, I didn't get quite it stamped right there. It's totally okay. Don't even stress. I promise. So now I'm going to come in with my smaller flower. Fill in some pieces, some little gaps. There we go. I think that's okay. I think I might do a little bit more of the leaves on this one. So grab the gorgeous grape, and I want to grab my large flower. Stand on your tippy toes if you have to. Oh, now it's all coming together. And I did one more over here. And I did one up top. Just don't forget which stamps you used. So now, you see what I mean about needing a scrap piece underneath you? I definitely recommend it. Oh, I don't know if I inked that up good enough. And you can see I'm not making sure all of it is like just perfect lined up. I honestly don't think it's a necessity. Let's grab the Granny Apple Green and we'll do some leaves. Do one there. Do one on this side. I know that they're doing a color refresh, and I really hope they keep Granny Apple Green because it is literally by far my most favorite green. Of all the greens we have, this is by far my favorite. It works for Halloween, it works for St. Patrick's Day, it works for Easter, it works for Christmas, it works for every single holiday, and it is just marvelous. Okay, I think that might be good. I think I might come up here and stamp one up there. It looks a little naked up there, and we don't need anything naked. Nothing sagging and nothing naked. Right? Okay, let's get that out of the way. Look how phenomenal that is. Oh, I literally just want to make 150 of these. Okay, so I'm going to take the first piece and I'm going to twist it off. That actually came off really easy. I'm going to go ahead and grab some adhesive, glue this on, and I will definitely bring all of these cards back in so you can see them. Take this one, twist. That one was a little bit harder to take off, but nothing tragic. Glue that one down. While those two are drying, let's bring in our card base. Grab your bone folder, give that a good crease. The purple does pop. You can literally use any color. You can use the brights, the regals, the subtles, the light colors. Ugh. Possibilities are endless with this card. Put some adhesive on the back. I'm going to glue this down to our card base. Hold that down for a quick second. I think I went a little heavy on the glue. We're going to glue this down. And I honestly was contemplating on doing some rhinestones or some ribbon or anything, but I literally thought it didn't need anything else. I was like, I don't want to add too much. Good evening, Marie. Atlantic City. Enjoy. There we go. While all of that dries, I'm going to bring in my punch. Punch out the circle, or the oval, and then I'm going to bring in the gorgeous grape. Punch out the other oval. Bring in the gorgeous grape. And my fangs. Oh, sitting right in front of me. Any closer, it would have bit me. Ink that up. There we go. Just close it so I don't put my arm of my pajamas in it. I'd be very sad if my pajamas got ink on them. There we go. Let's flip that over. And I really honestly think 4 is overkill on this little guy. I would have only used 2 if I had my big ones beside me, but I don't. So we're putting 4 on there. And where should I put this? Well, let's put it right here. There we go. There are your cards. Let me bring them all back in for you. So you guys can decide which ones you like best. So I have, these are all Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather and Granny Apple Green. I just changed the underneath designers, or the underneath cardstock. These are the same, and they are Melon Mambo and Gorgeous Grape and Flirty Flamingo. I'm sorry, Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, and Gorgeous Grape. No! Granny Apple Green. Whew! I'm a hot mess today. That's a lot of colors to try to say all at once. So there you go. So you can decide on which one you like best. I honestly can't pick which one I like the best. I love all of them. And hopefully you guys do too. Hopefully it wasn't too much for you guys, and hopefully you guys get out there and try this card. You can really use any stamp set with it. It doesn't have to be this exact one, but this one does make it a lot easier if it's a 2-tones. So yes, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out. I do have card class on Saturday. I have a couple extra spots, so if you're free, definitely send me a message. If not, I will see everybody on Tuesday for another fun live. We'll chat with you soon. Bye-bye.